When it comes to manifestation, many trainers in this space would tell you that you have to be able to see and feel and perceive all that it is that you wish to have. Bring that into the now, and then you shall have it. Because without knowing what it is that you want to achieve, there is no way that you can get there. And without having the excitement of having those things, having those achievements, accomplishments, relationships, any of the things that you really want to get, without being able to experience them, without being inspired by them, there is literally not much of a chance to be able to reach it. So today I'm going to give you an exercise. Let's just imagine a huge amount of wealth is coming your way. How would you spend it? The better you prioritize, the more you are going to get rewarded. And what if you are being judged on your decision-making ability? The better you rank this list also earns you more merit. So right now, in fact, maybe even for the course of today, I would like you to make a list of all the things that you would spend on when you get this large amount of wealth coming into your life. The reason why I say take time to do this list is because for me, when I did this list, I came up with a list of 20 items in no time. Like yesterday was a Sunday, it was a rest day for me. So after I sent my kids out to gymnastics, I was having a look at this list again. I was like, that's not right. I think this item should be up here. This item should go further down. And along the way, I was inserting more and more stuff. After a few intervals and several edits, my list came up to about 50 items. So I'm going to share with you what I came up with on my list to help you get a better idea as you do your list. Try writing out yours for at least the first 10 to 20 items. And then listen to mine, get back to your list once again. We'll see how we can improve it. Okay, this is what I came up with. Lavish buffet meal with kids. Vantage and then coppers. What I first did was I wrote out a whole bunch of stuff, all right, and then I added on some details along with each of these items. For example, I was talking about ping pong table, and then later on I added on like what brand, so Double Fish was Liga. Later on when I talked about certain things like, okay, road trip and a stay at a nice hotel, I replaced that with Grand Center Point Space. And gym membership, I thought of what's relevant to me and I put in a place called Jets. So just coming off from the top, okay, first one, you already know that. Second, kids' school fees. Number 3, a new extra thick L-shaped sofa. The more detailed you are, the more likely you're going to get it. Because in this exercise, the more you think, the more you list, it's encouraging you to visualize that reality that you want. Number 4, Gaia membership. I didn't put this there immediately, but it came on as an afterthought during the second time I looked at this list. Number 5, coffee grinder and coffee machine. 6, you know that. 7, vertical jump measurement device. Ping pong camp. Number 9, new phone. Number 10, new phone and iPad for daughter. 11, road trip and stay at, you know that. 12, you heard that already. 13, hire fitness trainer, nutrition planner for parents. 14, hire air-conditioned tennis court. At least once. Even though I'm not playing that much of tennis these days, it's still one of those bucket list things that I wanted to do. Number 15, garden overhaul and a landscape. Number 16, sunshade for front garage. And what's really interesting about this point was that just because I thought of this, right, when I was walking my dog yesterday, I decided to go into one of the streets that I have not walked in for quite a period of time. When I did that, I realized that one of the houses had added on a front garage and put on a very nice LED lighting effect. I was like, that's exactly what I wanted, because I saw another house do it. It's kind of like they're going this way, but this other house, they did the lights in a different way. On top of that, I also saw the contact information. It was like branded on to the side corner edge of the garage. Number 17, a dry aging fridge. Number 18, enroll for gymnastics. I was just chatting with a friend on social media yesterday about this point. I mentioned this is something that I've put off for the longest time. So this friend asked me, what's holding you back? And I said, well, quite frankly, it's because I still get work messages coming in on Sundays, and I see myself signing up when I do not get bothered with work inquiries on Sundays anymore. I will see this happening before June this year. Number 19, cash gift for parents. Number 20, tailor a nice suit with Tim's brother. Number 21, family vacation to Japan or Korea. Number 22, car repair outstanding charges. Number 23, home conservancy charges. Number 24, attend some mastermind or retreat. And then when I came back to this a later time, yeah, actually, why not the Mind Valley A-Fest? Number 25, hire a consultant or personal coach. This was something that I inserted later on as well, because I noticed that I have certain aspects where I do have some mental blocks because of the upbringing that I had. It kind of holds me back sometimes. So a consultant or personal coach to help me to overcome some of these issues, to see past certain barriers that are blocking me. It's one of those things like when I took table tennis lessons, I constantly thought I was doing the right thing until the coach showed me a video. When I thought was actually doing this, I was actually doing that. Really bizarre. Number 26, pick up a nice timepiece. It's a Tag Heuer Monza Flyback Carbon. And number 27, the Vialet Phantom 1. Number 28, reserve a new home. Number 29, be baller in a club once or twice and use the drive home service. Number 30, enroll in a drifting class. Number 31, a new DJ console, a Pioneer XDJ RX3 or better. I haven't actually kept up with the latest models, but I'm actually fine with the RX3. It doesn't have to be like the best of all of them. Number 32, to buy undervalued strategic location, high appreciating condo units. Number 33, long-term visa for all the family. Number 34, remodel current home. Number 35, build a library at home, one shelf at a time. Number 36, enroll for NLP course. Number 37, acquire decorative ornament crystals like quartz, amethyst, tourmaline, and citrine. Number 38, a new playmate for the cats. I'm leaning towards the first two, a Maine Coon and possibly a Flopper. Number 40, buy a new car for me. Number 41, move parents over. 42, buy medical insurance for parents. Number 43, hire additional domestic help. Number 44, trust account for kids' future. Number 45, load up on precious metal like gold. 46, start a condo rentals business. 47, start angel investing. Number 48, remodel the new home. Number 49, invest in a franchise. Number 50, get a prime location office space and start an agency. My next prompt from me to you is, what made you make these choices? Now, here's the next activity. For these choices that you made, what made you pick them? And what made you rank in these order? Once again, the better your reasoning, the more you'll be rewarded. So answer this like you mean it and do so wisely. When I say wisely, it's not like, what should I be writing? But if I am the wisest version of myself, I'm the most successful form of myself, how would I justify all these things? So these are the reasons that I came up with. I'm sharing them with you, and perhaps you can have some ideas on how to write yours as well. If you happen to have a blog or a journal or maybe a social media post, I would love to be able to read yours as well. You can share that with me in the comments down below. I've been living a life of discipline and delayed gratification for quite some time now. It would be nice to provide myself some gratifications to show that, here you go, this is a reward for your long devotion and commitment. At the same time, these are carefully chosen because if money needs to be spent, I wish to spend it in such a way that it motivates it and facilitates me to get to even higher levels, such as by eating better, trading in better places, living in a more comfortable home, driving in more luxury. It will remind me that I've indeed advanced. And these will also be tools to tap into higher levels of success where previously all I had was just a mindset, maybe an aura without the physical possessions to go along with it. These physical possessions are like evidences and prize rewards that I indeed made it and that I will continue to get rewarded in abundance as long as I keep my commitments to moving ahead. If I was more material than this, there would be a lot of other unnecessities. To a larger extent, my new success isn't going to make me pickier, more extravagant person. I do not see the point of having things that I do not need. As you can see, it's not like I want multiple extravagant timepieces or multiple cars that I don't need, or for that matter, multiple pairs of shoes that I won't wear as well. In the past, I made the mistake of being purposelessly extravagant, and this lack of focus has resulted in me becoming very ADHD, shiny ball syndrome, and all over the place. I am happy in my current delayed gratification, let it cook culture, and I want to see what greater things I can accomplish following this mantra. Actually, when you're trying to manifest for a better future for yourself, you should try to censor yourself as little as possible. And when you're thinking of things like, don't over-rationalize, but at the same time, let's say if you're thinking of a certain amount of income to be coming into your life, Or let's say you're thinking of like the waves of income that's going to be coming in. So naturally, maybe you might get, a block of money coming in like 50K, and then next moment like, 500, a million, or 2 million, something like that. But the big amount is not going to come on you right at once. So the reason why we had all these ranking is because we do it very prudently. For example, for me, it was like, what are the things that come in that they may not be the highest in dollar value, but they have a very high perceived value. One of the things I forgot to add in this list is perhaps a new set of curtains for the house. It doesn't cost a lot, but it does change the atmosphere a lot. A new sofa doesn't cost a lot, but it changes the atmosphere a lot. New wallpaper doesn't cost a lot, but it does change the appearance of the house a lot as well. So far, if you're finding this exercise meaningful, drop a like down below and drop some comments about anything that triggers you that you want to perhaps share with every one of us who's also watching this video. And finally, one last step and one last element to this before we draw this to a close. Now is the time to be unrestricted. Think of anything and everything, all right? If I gave you a choice of like 5 things that would be, kind of lavish, luxurious, super luxurious, things that you didn't need, but you just want to have, what would 5 things be? Take some time and you might even come up with more items than this 5, but just eliminate it down to 5. What are the things that truly inspires you that you just want to have? So I'm going to give you my list, all right? And I'm also going to give you some of the things that were originally on this list, but I took them out in the end. So my current list is like a BMW XM label red, a 2-door coupe like the BMW M850i, the Nissan Fuga M37S pickleball court in the garden, an off-road remote control car track, and lastly, a home rock climbing or bouldering gym. You know what's interesting? In the beginning, I also had other things I wrote down because I didn't censor myself. So I wrote down also the Mercedes AMG GT, the Lamborghini Temerario. But as I thought about it, I was like, I've always been this family guy and I just cannot see myself like not being able to carry more than 2 people in a car. So even when my kids go into a higher level of education and perhaps they want to go home by themselves or something, or maybe they finish school at different times, I still do not really welcome the idea of not being able to pick most of them in the car if I had to and I wanted to, and practical storage space. So I struck off the Temerario from my list. The Nissan Fuga, also known as the Infiniti M37, it's just one of those very nice, good to have collectors kind of JDM cars. Very practical, very fun to drive, not the fastest, but it's like a Lexus level luxury. So I think it has this unique appeal. And of course, I was thinking of the Ferrari Purosangue, but then again, I wouldn't want to have to wait like, weeks and months for spare parts to come in if anything happens. Ultimately, if you have such a fast car, you want to have the most fun driving it. And I think the label red is already fun enough. And there's a lot of parts being shared with the M5 and other models that are also available in this country. So I think that makes a much more practical choice. The less downtime, more uptime, more fun. And quite frankly, I think pickleball is a really dumb sport. The learning curve is like just so short. I mean, it is fun to an extent, right? But it's not like, super fun. Like ping pong is exhilarating and you can kind of get quite decent within a short period of time. But while there may not be enough space for a tennis court in most compounds of today's age, I think a pickleball court fits just fine. Like seriously, when was the last time you took some minutes or even some hours to do an exercise just like this? For many of you, or even for me, the last time I deliberately spent so much thought energy on something like this was probably back in my grade school or my kindergarten days when there were no devices, on-demand video, stuff like that. And during those times, I think it was so much more conducive to think, to manifest about goals, ambitions, aspirations than right now. But congratulations, the fact that you've come to this point in the video, you really want to create something for yourself, and I can see that even without meeting you. The more focus you put into this exercise, the much higher chance you are going to succeed and manifest everything that you want into your life. For another great video, check out this one over here. Bye.